Check. Mix. DJCC. And then got this out here. Here. Whoop. Forward. It's gonna be fun. And then we do have the intro that we can play. And then oh, this is the webcam. Here we go. I kind of like a little bit of the... It's always great to shoot kind of into a corner if you can.
Oh, that's because I'm plugged into a headphone jack. So where's the auxiliary? Auxiliary.
So this one
Auxiliary here. 1 second.
Go for it. There we are. All right. So then we definitely will need to have a secondary camera then on him, because
I can just be the fan of the operation.
No. Yeah, you want to grab one of those cameras and then have it face Josh this way.
Give me that one.
Okay. So
And
then
you can have that one.
yeah, you're right. Okay.
Never mind. Figured it out.
We are so smart.
Can you give me a USB extender? Yeah.
Okay. Oh. So then, got it? Okay. Wait. That's a look,
Matt
baby.
said that one of the guys from Glow yesterday, because Matt's Zoom photo is just his eye. It's like this. And he said, the guy was like, "Who do you think the opposite most on?" I said, "Yeah, this guy has like some fat eye on this." I was like, it was my eye. Some fat guy's eye on there.
Okay, so I tried to play some of this music, but it's not. What we're doing is we're switching our loop again. This one's kind of growing on me.
Oh, so you need another one?
You said you want to record this so we can watch it back, right?
Yep.
Okie doke.
Let's hear music number 2. Music number 3. Music number 4.
I think we only have 3.
Okay. He had downloaded a couple. Add the ones that he downloaded if you can.
Okie doke.
I think it would be right under Epidemic Sound where you can
Okay, cool. Yeah.
drag it over.
Yeah, I'll just need to, just pull up recent downloads here. Oh, yep, there they are.
Let's hear some of those.
All right. Oh, a lot of Spanish music here.
Yeah, we love it.
Okay. Just making sure they're outputting
Check,
correctly.
check.
Here we go. Here is number 4. Well, as soon as I engage the audio, there we go.
Number 5. Number 6. If there is a number 6. Is there a number 7?
Yep, that's the last one. This
Okay.
is about to be the last one.
No. Okay. Okay, and then number 8 will be Piano by Josh.
Okay, doke.
So basically, we're going to leave this episode as undecided.
Excellent.
Okay. So go ahead and go through our camera angles one more time while we're recording. All right, here is 1 camera angle. 2, woo! 3, and I think that's this one, right? Nope, this one. Ha.
Yeah, they're right there.
Okay. This is number 4.
Yep.
And this is where we will end up. So
this is where we're ending right here.
yes. And then your and my talk back and forth, just feel free to play. We can go through the camera angles. I definitely want to have you comfortable with pulling up your camera while you're talking. So it'll be kind of tricky bouncing back and forth a little bit.
Right.
But we'll start there.
Cool.
Okay, so go ahead and just pick a flavor of music. We'll start with the bird's eye cam. You'll count me down, and then I'll do some kind of an intro.
Okay, so music and camera, and then I fade down the music, and you'll just go when you take it there?
Yes.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
Awesome. All right. You don't have much of a preference where we start with here? For the
Sorry?
music? You don't care which music we start with?
No, dealer's choice.
Awesome.
Welcome to DJCC On Air Remixed. I'm Sarah Curley, joined in studio behind the scenes production actually is Andrew Davis. Andrew, how's it going?
Hey, pretty good. Just getting a feel for the new studio in here, and excited to get the show rolling.
I'm so excited to have you a part of this reinventing, remixing edition for DJCC On Air. You know, we've come a long way, and I cannot wait to get into everything that this amazing organization has brought us to today. Now, no matter where you're viewing from, perhaps in the future, we are filming this in 2020, but of course, we're going to provide you with some evergreen topics that no matter when you're tuning in, we promise to provide some value to your life. So without further ado, we're going to kind of go through a couple more of these camera views for Andrew Davis, and then we'll jump right into our exciting episode for you guys. What do you think, Andrew?
Well, I'm thinking this is looking pretty good. I like the shot over here where you can still see me. You can see both of us over here.
Yay! Hey!
That was a lot of
I
fun.
know it's really interesting because I'm trying to figure out if you could go to our bird's eye view
Yeah, sure thing.
here in the studios because we love the behind the scenes. Right there in front is that monitor. So when Andrew's talking, I'm very quickly adjusting my line of view and I'm looking into the screen. But then when we go back to me, let's go to that straight on shot. See, I think this would be fine if you and I are talking back and forth.
You think?
You know, where I'm still looking at you, but me too. Because we need to be able to have some multi-view angles. And so part of this too, guys, is for us to be able to share a little bit of the, you know, behind the scenes of what we do here within Real News Communications Network, where Andrew and I work, that is founded by Real News PR. And so that is a family-owned company that my dad started in 2008. Here we are, 2020, and look, we are just like flying through all of the new waves of digital media, and you know, DJCC on air gets to be a part of that. So I'm really excited to be able to kind of show you what we do day in, day out. So go ahead without I guess we'll kind of go back through this whole introduction, but let's play back, Andrew, to make sure that we have the correct audio levels and the views that you like, and make any adjustments, and we'll bring my camera.
Okay, cool.
So I'm gonna like practice an intro, basically.
Okay, sweet.
Okay.
Sorry, my headphones.
Restart.
Is there? This may be a strange question. Is there like a fade like setting for the music, or is it just a manual one on the
It's
board?
a manual. You'll have to do it through the board.
No worries. Okay. I'm also going to practice that real quick. Make sure I don't screw it up.
Okay.
That's when we're kicking it over to you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sweet. Oh my goodness, my headphones keep falling off. Okay, sorry about that. Shall we go for another round at that?
Yep. Let's do it.
Okay. Do you want different music or the music I was doing right there?
You pick.
Okay. We'll just stick with this one for right now. All right. So I'm going to start the music in 3, 2.
Welcome to DJCC On Air Relaunch and Remixed. Join us to create, invent, and reinvent yourself. And we're going to have fun along the way. We promise to deliver an enjoyable listening and viewing experience, some education on how we are always adapting and evolving as young professionals. And today we're going to dive right into what it means to reinvent yourself, what it means to evolve as a young professional, as a human that's walking this earth, and what that means. So I'll share with you a little bit about myself. I grew up as a reporter's kid. My dad was spent 25 years in news, and I always looked up and admired him and thought, gosh, I just want to be like my dad. I really love how he just infuses so much of his life and the storytelling and everything that he brought from his professional career to his personal life as well. And so I grew up as a kid saying story, story, story. I always wanted to hear my dad's stories. And so here we are, 30 years later, I'm 30. I am constantly seeing how I can personally take that experience through my dad and reinvent myself. And the company that I work for is my dad's company, Real News PR. Much more into that later, but we have now recently gotten into digital broadcasting and podcasting, and that's what we're doing here with DJCC On Air. We are bringing you guys a new way to learn about the Dallas Junior Chamber, ways to get involved and grow as a young professional, using some distribution methods like podcasting, and also bringing some social media and some ways that you guys can get plugged in. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce my new co-host, Andrew Davis. Hey, Andrew, what's up?
Hey, not too much. How are you doing?
Oh, we're going to have so much fun today. I'm just so excited. This is like literally episode, what are we going to call this? 000. This is the ground floor of the reinventing and remix edition of DJCC On Air. And I know we're going to have a lot of fun today. We're going to kind of actually show you guys some behind the scenes of what we're doing here within Real News Communications Network, the network that I brought to my dad's PR firm. And some of that is going from the very beginning stages of when we're podcasting. We're going into how to make intro. So the music that you listen to on any given podcast or TV show that you're watching, what goes into that. And I thought it would be fun, Andrew, for us to go through some music choices today. Kind of maybe we'll stumble upon something that works. Who knows? I really want to get you excited about, kind of what is to come for this new season of our relaunched and remixed. And I really wanted to just kind of put that excitement in the air of what we're building here with DJCC on air and how to constantly find a way to reach our young professionals. And a lot of that is never being boring, never being stale. Who wants to do that? Not me. What do you think, Andrew?
No, I'm all about, keeping it fresh and, making sure that things are always changing. You don't ever want to get stagnant, especially when you're in a media and broadcasting company. You always want to seem like you're adapting and I guess just moving along with the times. And I think we're doing a good job of that here, especially as we're sort of bouncing ideas around about how we're going to move forward with our show here and everything, all the music choices we got. I think we've got a lot of great stuff that can help keep it fresh and entertaining as it goes.
I love it. Okay, so let's go to yes, I love this camera view. I love the reinventing. So we're even practicing with some new shots that we have here in the studio that I think we'll be able to use for some of our upcoming podcasts that we're doing with our clients. But I think it's really fun to experiment. And some of my friends within the DJCCs that really got me involved were saying, hey, this is like your experimental laboratory. This is where you can tinker and play and create something really fun. And that's what I've been able to do within the Dallas Junior Chamber, are things that I could experiment and play and figure out social media wise with the DJCC, taking it to the next level and then infusing that into my business within public relations and digital broadcasting now. And so I remember in the early days, I'll tell you a story, Andrew, is we're gonna walk you guys through kind of way in the back, way forever ago when I got involved. Not really, but I've been involved with the Dallas Junior Chamber. We're recording this in 2020. I've been around since I think 2013, 2014. So it's been a little bit, and I moved here from California, and I just wanted to meet some friends. And I was Googling around at the time. I was booking speakers within our organization with Real News PR, and so I was also looking for a way to get my speakers plugged into a young, hip crowd. And it was kind of the perfect blend of trying to figure out how to grow myself professionally and make friends. And so I ended up Googling Young Professional Groups Dallas, and the Dallas Junior Chamber is one that came up. I was well, out of all the young professional groups at that time, they looked like the most fun and laid back, and they did a lot of networking happy hours, and I was I need to be a part of this. So I reached out and didn't get a response, and then I had to get real scrappy and figure it out. Well, I'm going to reach out to them, not by, there wasn't a phone number, so, the email didn't work, so I reached out on social media. Crickets. So I think they were just really busy. So I said, you know what? Their calendar's here. I'm going to look up a way to get involved with them. And Andrew, they had an upcoming happy hour, and I went alone. I remember sitting in my car, kind of putting some extra makeup on, just thinking are they gonna like me? Are they really gonna like me? I never just wandered in, just unannounced, just drop in. But I wanted to make friends so bad, so I went in there. And have you ever done that? Have you ever just wanted, to put yourself out there?
Yeah. Right when I graduated college, so a little about me. I graduated college in 2018, and I got a degree in sound design for theater and film. And I really wanted to go out there and be I'm going to make a name for myself. And I very quickly realized that's a hard thing to do. Like you said, you have to be willing to put yourself out there. Sometimes hide yourself up in the car, hide yourself up before the interview, hide yourself up before whatever. Just hoping you nail it. You just kill it out there, and you make us see you and think, wow, that's the gal to hire. And it's scary.
Yes. It was terrifying. I'm shaking. Even, can you hear it in my voice? I'm still kind of reliving that moment. And I think the jitters and butterflies of relaunching the show is, it's fun to document, but gosh, there's just so many mixed feelings. And so, I walked in, and immediately they flocked over to me and said, wow, hi, who are you? And they were so nice. I met so many brand new friends that night and got involved with the Dallas Junior Chamber. So shout out to everybody that was just so friendly. And that is really how I got involved was just immediately made friends and served on the board of directors, booking speakers, figuring out social media, finding all the gaps that needed to be filled, whatever I could do to just get that experience. And something that I love and I really want to infuse all of your lives with is to just get yourself out there and try new things. I mean, I promise you, you will never, ever, ever regret trying new things. It's so important to just be able to experiment. And who knows? I mean, if you make a mistake, like did you ever watch the Magic School Bus, Andrew?
Just about every day of my childhood.
Make mistakes,
Oh,
get
yeah, friend
messy.
back here.
Hey, we got Sarah Strackhouse in the back. We'll need to talk with Sarah and catch up with her. I love that anthem. That is like my life anthem. Make mistakes, get messy, get out there and just have fun. So I did, and I learned how event planning, how much, it takes a lot to go into event planning and learning that. But that was, the Dallas Junior Chamber provided a platform where I could learn. I could kind of figure out what to do, and I had an entire board of directors and a community around me to help me learn and be successful. So fast forward to that story about when you put yourself out there. What happened? Did you make immediate friends like I did?
No. I was the new guy on the block. So I don't know if you've ever been like on a true theater or film set, like on a larger scale. It's very exclusive.
Really?
And so I was the new guy, so they didn't really want me in there, and so it was. I really had to work to make them notice me and be like, hey, I'm not just the new guy. I'm the new guy you want to work with. I'm the new guy that you they should be on your radar. And it was hard. It was scary. And eventually it did play out well. But man, there was a little bit where it was a little nerve-wracking, I'll be honest.
There's a saying that I've heard, and maybe it has to go with being kind of a hard place to break into with theater and film, but break a leg, is that passive-aggressive?
It is.
It's like, good luck, break a
on how you're
leg.
saying it. If you're like, hey, man, break a leg, you're like, good job. If you're like, yeah, break that leg.
Yeah. I love it. Well, I love to share kind of both sides because, flash forward to your life now. If you hadn't have done that, Andrew, where do you think you'd be if you didn't put yourself out there and, keep trying to make it in TV and film?
I'm not quite sure where I'd be because there's always the ups and downs in any career you have, and I was doing pretty well for myself for about a year or so, and then there was a bit of a lull in things and couldn't find work where I wanted, so I ended up being a security guard for a biotech company because I met a guy at one of the theaters I worked at. He recommended the place to me, and then ultimately it sort of events played out that I ended up here. I ended up talking to our friend Josh Hart, who reached out to me and was like, hey, you want to maybe use those skills here? And I said, yeah, absolutely. I want to get back into the game. I want to get back into running the board and doing audio and stuff. And that's, snowball effect. I'm here now because of that decision.
I love it. And something that I want to share with all of you, that Andrew's a perfect example. His attitude is always positive. He is always up for the occasion. He never knows exactly what we're going to throw at him, but it's that perspective and outlook that I think is a big part of the reason why he's so successful here, is because he just dives in head first, has no idea what we're going to throw at him, and he does such a great job. And I have that same philosophy. It's like, fake it till you make it, figure it out, never let them see you sweat. But if they do, hopefully you've built a great team around you, or at least a support system that can help just be your cheerleader along the way. And if you haven't found that support system, that's what we really do want to provide here within the Dallas Junior Chamber, is to be your cheerleader, to cheer you on no matter where you are in life and you want to take it to the next level, or maybe you're just kind of like lost, you're just not sure. And I think that's okay. I think with not quite knowing what the future holds is something that just kind of keeps us on high alert in a way. It's like, I have I don't really have much of a plan, but one foot forward after the next, and that perspective and outlook's very important. What do you think, Andrew, about that perspective? Do you kind of have a similar view?
I think 100%. I mean, if you can't stay positive, you'll never be able to get yourself to keep that motivation level up to get your drive going, to push you to the next step, to the next part of your career where you can better yourself, where you can better your experience at work, professionally, with your family. And also I feel like it's important to keep that up just so that, the people around you see that it's possible to maintain that attitude professionally and not let, sort of the ups and downs of life and work and everything get you down, because it's the people who are always, the most upbeat are the ones we look to, who are like, man, I wish I could be that positive. I wish I could be that happy in the face of, this project sucks or whatever. So I think that those people, and having that attitude, one of the most valuable things you can ever just keep close to you, whether it's yours or really anyone's.
Gosh, you really hit something there really, really important that I live my life by too. It is all about making a difference in others, and they're watching. And the way that you can have your perspective in what you do as being an influence on others, I think it is truly a gift to be able to be a gift to others, and the decisions that you make and the things that you're doing, even to kind of share the behind the scenes of, I don't have it all figured out, but I'm going to live my life, in a very positive way, and bring others up with you, right? I mean, you could be even having a down day, and something that takes me out of the funk is I'm going to go talk with someone and ask them how they're doing, and instantly there's like an energy connection if I feel like I'm helping someone else, or if there's something that needs to be done. And just constantly making progress is a perspective that can truly make a difference in your life quicker than you would expect. And I know that, there's times too where you're just trying so hard to figure it out, and sometimes it's the best to just like take a little breather and connect with a network that also, as young professionals, I don't know one of us that has it all figured out, or even humans, right? I think constantly learning, evolving, and growing is so important, guys. So hey, Andrew, let's take them back a little bit, because, working within digital media, I had started this DJCC on air back in, I guess it was 2015, and I'll let Andrew pull up some clips from the early days. This was an experiment, to be honest with you. This was something where I really wanted to practice and sharpen my skills on what would it look like if I was bringing kind of this new wave of media into our PR firm. And part of that was, okay, if we are able to work with our clients and pitch them to print, radio, and television, they need some time to practice and sharpen their sound bites and messaging. And so I had set up within my office within Real News PR in 2015 a kind of a makeshift podcast studio. And I remember everybody in my team was like, what's this going to be? And I didn't really know, but I shared with them that, there would be something really special to come. I think we're going to do a quick break here, Andrew, because we'll show some of those early day clips of the soundproofing in my office and some of the team members that were involved at that time, and now what we've grown into. So we'll be back here in just a short break. Enjoy. We'll see you guys soon.